Hello, welcome to Grandma Bee's Busy Life. I'm Brenda, and I'm so glad to have you here. Today we're going to do $5 dinner, but it's not like most of the videos you see on YouTube for $5 dinners. Usually what happens is somebody says, I'm going to do this challenge. They go to Walmart or Aldi or something like that, and they spend $5 and they come home and they make a meal out of it. But I'm not going to do that, because I want to use my pantry. I did a video on how to build a 6-month pantry, and I want to show you how I use it and why you should build a 6-month pantry. I save so much money by doing this. The meal I'm going to make today is Zuppa Toscana soup, and I priced it out, put all of the items in my cart for pickup at Walmart, and it came to $8.12. So if I would have gone to the store and bought all the ingredients, $8.12, and that's buying generic, cheapest possible of everything. But I priced it out based on what I actually paid for the food that's in my pantry and my freezer, and it came to $4.82. That's $3.30 difference, almost half the cost. So let me show you what I have, how I got it so cheap, and then let's make the soup. The first thing is broth. I didn't pay anything for this. At Walmart it would have been $1.22, or I think $1.22 for 32 ounces. But I made this with scraps, bone scraps, and scraps of veggies. Stuff I was going to throw away anyway. And in fact, I have a video showing you how to make the bone broth, and I'll link it in the end cards. That is a huge way to save money. I didn't pay anything for the broth. I got this sausage. Now the sausage was on sale for $2.48, so I bought 10 of them and put them in my freezer. If I went to Walmart today to buy it, it would be $2.88. This was not from Walmart, because I buy whichever store is the cheapest. So $2.48. I bought my potatoes in a 10-pound bag. If I were to go to the store for this challenge, in order to keep my price low, I'd have to buy potatoes by the piece. And they were about 66 cents a piece, I think. But this is 1 pound of potatoes that I'll be using, and these potatoes were $1.88 for 10 pounds. That's 18.8 cents, so 19 cents a pound. So this was 19 cents worth of potatoes. And then I bought a bunch of kale. Kale is fresh. Walmart carries it for 98 cents. But if I found it on sale for less than 98 cents, I could buy a bunch and dehydrate it, and then add it to this soup, and then this soup could be even cheaper. And the last ingredient is my spices. I buy all of my spices at the discount store in bulk. But if you don't have a discount store, both Walmart and the Dollar Tree have spices for $1 for this size. So you can get spices very cheap. I counted 5 cents for this spice. I'm sure I'm not using 5 cents worth, but I counted that so that we could at least get a total. So now let's make this soup. So this is all cooked in one pot, and I like to take my meat and drop it in clumps because it makes it like little meatballs without having to make a meatball mix. I don't want it all broken up into tiny pieces like I normally would for a ground meat. Okay, it's all browned up. Now I'm going to add my 32 ounces of broth. This is veggie broth. Ooh, I splashed. Look at all that gelatin in there though. Oh. I'm going to add my potatoes diced up. Now I actually am having this recipe. What I showed you was for a full recipe that will serve 4 to 6 people, but it's just me and Grandpa B, so I'm just making a small one. I'm just going to let this simmer until the potatoes are soft. But I'm also going to add a little bit of my mix. This has salt and pepper, garlic powder and onion powder, and a little Italian seasoning. But I also picked Italian sausage so that it would have some of that flavor in it too. Okay, I'm going to just let this simmer until the potatoes are done. Now the potatoes are all soft and fully cooked. So now I'm going to add a huge handful of kale. I just stripped it off the rib and then chopped it up a little bit. This doesn't take long to wilt. You just stir it up a little bit and it wilts down. And then one thing I forgot to tell you that I bought was half and half. This was only $1.18. I could have bought heavy cream, but it's more expensive. And I'm as frugal as they come, so I didn't want to spend the extra. So if you're using heavy cream, you could use half as much because this is half milk, half cream. But this gives me the desired results anyway. Now I'm doing half a recipe, so I'm going to use half of this 16 ounces. But if I was doing a full recipe, I'd use the whole thing. I'm just going to stir that in and give the cream and the kale a chance to heat all the way through and thicken up a little bit, and then it's ready. This soup is so delicious. The star of the show is really that Italian seasoned sausage and the bone broth. The bone broth has so much more flavor than any broth you can buy in the store, and then combined with that sausage, the flavor was amazing. I hardly had to add any seasoning. I wanted to mention that I made a half a recipe, but the calculations I gave you were for a full recipe for a family of 6. That's it. It's so easy. And for $4.82 to feed a whole family, a family of 6, that's a great deal. And it only was possible at this price because I had bought my sausage and my potatoes when they were the cheapest and stored them. But I also got the kale at a great price and the creamer at a great price because I shopped at Walmart. Thank you for sticking around till the end, and make sure you check out the video about building a 6-month pantry. I give you details on how I decide what to buy each week and how I figure out what a great price is and how much to stock up on. You can make your meals for so much less if you don't shop every week. I hope you have a great day. I'll see you again soon.